Number one thing is that everything that we do, all of our energy, is to drive down crime.
That was Killeen Police Chief Charles Kimble back in 2017, sharing with 6 News his plan for the future of the city. Well, tonight, over 5 years later, Chief Kimble is getting ready to retire. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Lindsay Lipman.
Welcome in, everybody. I'm Chris Radcliffe. Glad you are here. Now back to that story. Kimble will officially step down from his role on January the 27th. But before that happens, we wanted to chat with him about his time spent in Killeen, looking back on the goals he set for himself.
6 News anchor Bailey Bates got a chance to sit down with him earlier this week. Here's what he had to say.
Inside the Killeen Police Department headquarters lies the work of several chiefs who have left their mark on the city, including soon-to-be retired Charles Kimble.
You know when it's time, and then you should also be smart enough to know when, let's say, you hate to be the last person in the room to know that when it's time to leave.
After 31 years in law enforcement, more than 5 of those with Killeen Police, Kimble found his moment.
And it was time to take a healthy look and find a time to walk away from it.
As he steps away from the badge, the cameras, and the office, he reflects on his time in Killeen.
You know, unfortunately, military towns sometimes they get a bad rep. But, you know, and even back there in North Carolina and here, man, both of these communities are just great communities. They have, I call, a very all-American type spirit.
The Wisconsin native found a home in Central Texas, surrounded by a community that he believes is better after his 5 years as chief.
I hope the next person that comes behind me keeps that up, because you can't police in a closet anymore. You have to be out talking with people, and you have to take it good and bad when it comes. And I think that we have done that.
He had 2 main goals when he first started the job in 2017. Leave it better and bring the crime numbers down. Based off data from the FBI, violent crime numbers significantly dropped when Chief took office. But going into 2020 and more recently, they're rising again. And Kimble cites the increase to the pandemic.
I think people got cabin fever, and they just got back out, and so did the criminals. They took advantage of the population, and crime went up a lot.
As he heads out the door at the end of January, Kimble believes he accomplished his goal with crimes.
It's not about a numbers game, but did we affect crime? I think we affected crime. I think we affected it in a way that we identified the players. We sent some bad guys to prison. We made the community aware, and we brought people together to talk about it.
He sees a bright future for KPD, but also says policing models may need to change, and also recruitment strategies, something he wished he would have put more focus on.
I may have paid too much attention to, you know, improving the relationship with the community, but not enough in the recruiting effort. I think, now, don't get me wrong, we dealt with our recruiting personnel, and we did some things. I think I could have pushed that a little harder.
As for his future, his roots are now in Central Texas. He plans to try to help the law enforcement community, just not in uniform.
I want to stay connected to our officers and help them, because I know how hard this is. But as a full-time police chief, those days are just about to come to an end. So.
Reporting for 6 News, I'm Bailey Bates.
We certainly are wishing him the best of luck in whatever he decides to do, and appreciate the partnership that he created with us here at 6 News.
And if you'd like, you can watch the full interview with Chief Kimble on the 6 Plus app. Coming up at 10:30, we'll have that posted. He addresses the clean marijuana issues, mental health crisis, and also the root of violence in the city of Killeen. And so there's a lot more to get to. So if you want to check that out, by all means, do it.